Hello and welcome to another beautiful cast done by yours truly. Today we've got a 4v4 on Badlands. I almost said Twin Rivers, I'm not sure why. This is Badlands, not Twin Rivers. Let me slow this down so we can get through our introductions. Are you as excited as I am for this? Because I am excited for this. Up here in the top we have Team 1. In the left position we have Elias, my bad, sorry Elias. We have Elias, Orange, going UEF, opening first land. Over in the middle left position, we have Voodoo, also UEF, Blue, opening first land as well. In the right mid position for Team 1, we have a Cybran player. Cybran is the best race after all, Frozen Bite, going first land, and he is gray. And over here in the far right position, we have a second Cybran player, Kosher, purple, opening first land as well. In the bottom, we have Team 2 over here on the far left position. Let's speed this up a little bit. In the far left position, we have Nycad, UEF, opening first land. He is going to be white colored. In the left mid position, we have another UEF player, yellow. It's going to be Tommy 100. Tommy opening first land over there. In the right mid position, we have a Cybran player, Storm Lantern red, opening first land, second land it looks like. He has that queued up already. And in the far right position, we have a pink Freshy UEF opening first land as well. Let's go ahead and get this going. I believe we have UEF against UEF. In the two left positions, we have Cybran against Cybran in the right mid position, and we have a Cybran against UEF in the far right position. Only this player was Cybran or this player were UEF. All of the factions would be matched up together in this game. All players heading off for their hydros, as one should, except for little Thomas here. He's going to go get him some reclaim before heading over to that hydro, but we do have it queued up with our second NG. We're going to go get that hydro, but first we wanted to scoop up some mass for our production and mexes that we're building. All other players heading to their hydros now as well as Voodoo moving his comm to help his hydro, and then I'm sure we're going to send some NGs to these two middle crater points to collect some mass, as well as these as well. Over on the right, we have a raid going out from Freshy up here towards Kosher's base, but it's going to be stopped as his comm is in the way of those units. We're going to withdraw those labs to the left and maybe try for a raid on Frozen Bite's base. I'm not sure. There's an NG right there. He moves it to the right a little bit. He could pick it off, but he's not going to see it. On the left-hand side, we have NGs moving to the middle to collect this mass. Uncontested, it seems, as I don't see any attacking units from either one of them. Orange now walking forward towards this, going to throw up a land factory on this cliff and try to claim it as his own, as well as his partner Kosher doing the same on the right side. And this factory is halfway done already, and the first thing, we're going to walk the comm around and build a PD, I think so, just to be sure. That is not a bad idea, actually. White has also queued up a factory up here, but Orange is going to get his down first, I believe. Freshy now moving his comm to mid to try and collect some of this mass in this crater before Kosher takes it all. Gray building some walls in mid. He does not want people getting through to him. As Red's going to move his comm towards mid to try and cut off any expansion from the Team 1 players. So far, everything seemed pretty neutral from these teams. I don't see a lot of damage being done. There was a PD queued up here. I'm not sure who from. Is that Pink's PD? I'm not sure whose PD that is queued up. Yes, that is Pink's PD that he is throwing up here on the top of this cliff to try and deal with some of this. And we're going to move Engines in to try to reclaim, but I don't think you can reclaim it until it's built. But we do have some labs up here that are going to shoot it as he's trying to build it, and I'm not sure it's going to get up in time to secure. It looks like Team 1 is going to be getting most of the mass in this right crater, as Team 2 possibly getting most of the mass in the left crater. Orange now having a little bit of harassment from Team 2 over on the left cliff. We're getting some bombers out from Tommy. Going to be harassing that left cliff a little bit, trying to get White in the position to take it back. A little bit of action popping off over here as Pink moves his comment to try and defend this crater. He says, "This is my mass and nobody else can have it." Blue and red both going for gun upgrades in the middle. It looks like red might finish his a little bit first. Going to have a few second advantage, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. Gray now moving his comm out to the crater on the right hand side to try and defend, to help his buddy Kosher. I believe yellow is the only team making air right now, but we do have an air factory up over here for Elias. He is just not producing anything, but he needs to. His base on this left cliff is getting harassed by bombers. If you build a few interceptors, you can stop this, and that is exactly what he is going to start doing right now. I am a sidekick. Gray now to the rescue to help push Pink back from this crater, although Pink has already collected most of the mass, so it's a little late. This mass over here on the left in this crater is still mostly there. It looks like no one really going for it. We have one injury over here from NICAD that is collecting the mass, but not much else. I mean, he's going to get the mass, but it's going to be slow. He needs to get these big rocks in the middle before he gets pushed out of this position. Pink stopping to get a gun upgrade while he has two comms sitting on his doorstep. They need to push Pink right now to try to keep him from getting this comm upgrade, I believe. We're at 30%. If they would scout and notice it, they could push him and make him stop that upgrade, probably. Red pushing blue and mid. We have some TP units on the field from Voodoo already. A shield at least. We have some mongooses behind though. Do we have T2 for any players on the Team 2 side? I do not see any T2 factories. It's Blue the only one that's T2 so far. Blue is the only one that's T2 so far, and he's only built 2 factories. As Red just let him sit back and eco for a bit. So they are going to be out-teched currently by Team 1, T2 is. Red hurriedly trying to get a radar up, but it's not going to work as Voodoo pushing Red out of this mid position. It looks like most of the comms on the field have gone for gun upgrades. Pink going to get his. Gray and purple have stopped pushing, but we are setting up some point defenses here to keep him from pushing. So that gun upgrade is not going to work very well when you have 2 T2 TDs staring you in the face and the third one on the way. Do we have T2 land from anyone else in the field yet? No, still Voodoo. He is uncontested in the T2 game. Looks like Orange was able to rid this attack, but more bombers are still coming in. He still needs his interceptors over here. Orange having a lot of trouble getting this position up and running. Meanwhile, Purple on the right hand side has his secured and has some already up here as well to keep NGs away. Pink deciding that he doesn't want to push the right side as he may have seen the PD. Let's see if he has or not. Yes, he knows the PD is there, so he's deciding that mid is the route to go. Going to be helping red over here push. Blue up here with T2 units. He only has one T1 PD. It looks like he's healing his comm currently. Or going for an upgrade. I think he's just healing though. Pink gonna move forward a little uncontested, but there are some T2 units from blue moving in now. White as well moving forward on the left towards Orange's base, but they're going to be met by his comm here shortly. Who is going for some sort of upgrade. But blue is also going for an upgrade, my bad, he was not just healing. What are they going for? Voodoo is going for T2, and Elias is going for gun, so once he has gun, this is going to be dealt with very quickly. Those white units not going to be getting into his base. Not today, he says. Not in my house. Purple with some scouts. Trying to get a look at these bases. Anyone starting T2 yet? I don't... Yes, we do have a T2 land factory on the right. We don't see anyone else on Team T. Oh, we have two teams that have T2 land factories now in the south position. Blue still has one T2 land fac. Blue, the only team for Team 1 that has T2 out on the field. He is pushing Pink now with his gun. They both have, or no, he went and got a T2 upgrade. Pink has gun. He's about to get hit with a lot of mongoose spam here, and he's going to fall back. Red coming up to assist Pink with this push, but Pink moving his units away, deciding that it's not worth it as Blue has a lot of T2 units. We have White pushing Orange over here on the left. Interesting to see how this battle is going to go. Still MGs in the backfields for both teams collecting this mass. Yellow moving his bombers to the right to harass Purple's cliff position. Realizing that he was not getting very far over here on the left cliff, although he did keep Orange from progressing. But now he is going to progress further. We have two comms standing here just duking it out. Nycad now going to start moving away, but he is in trouble as they both have gun, actually. But Blue moving his units over here to assist. I think Nycad may die here if Elias keeps pushing him. Blue moving some of his mongooses away back to mid now. And down goes Nycad. 11 minutes, 22 seconds into the game. This is now a 4v3 for Team 1. Elias in the red needs to get out of there before these bombers notice and start bombing him. But Orange coming in quickly with air. Gray also sending his air over to help. Quickly realizing the danger from a T1 bomber snipe right now. Thought that they do not want any part of that. They want this 4v3. They do not want a 3v3. Yellow moving his units to the left to try and help. And is this a TMM? Or a TML, I mean, out? Yes, we do have a TML out. Or is that Elias? No, that's Kosher. Out for Kosher, going to be harassing some of Storm Lantern's mexes, but we do have TMD up here. We're also starting to get some T2 units out on the field from red as well, some hoplites. This TML attacking red's base, but not going to be getting very far, as we do have TMD, several of them there. Oh, and the TML, they decided to reclaim it, realizing that it was not really putting in any work. Decided that they could use that mass, and Orange has now taken full control of this base, gonna build some anti-air to try and stop this bomber harassment that has been ongoing on this cliff edge for the entirety of this game. Red moving forward with some TP units of his own to try and do some damage here. And we trying to take out this forward position so he can move in, do some damage of his own. As Orange also moves on the left, we're going to be seeing an attack here on Red on the left-hand side. Is this stuff queued up? Yes, it is. Yellow needs to move left and help Red here on the left-hand side of the field, or Orange may very well be able to just walk right through into his base. Yellow now seeing the danger, and now is going to move his units over to help. Red destroying everything in mid for Team 1. There's a lot of hoplites here and some anti-air as well. I think I just saw one of them die. Yes, we do have a T2 anti-air unit in there. Red is not going to retreat as he sees blue coming in. Does not want to have a T2 battle currently. Blue going for a T3 land upgrade on this factory. He's about to have some T3 units out. We're still building units over here. T2 for Red. Was that going T3? We have a T3 land upgrade on the way over here for Freshy as well. Freshy and Voodoo both going for that T3 land spam, I believe. Yellow and Red here have a lot of troops that may be able to just push up here and get a lot of damage done, possibly. Pink trying to push forward, but realizing there's just too much PD in his way as Kosher throws up even more T2 PD. It is Cybran, so it's not that effective. You need some missile launchers in here to really break this down. So I believe he may just decide to go left and through mid. Yellow and Red forming their units up here over on the left hand side. Blue noticing the danger. I believe he sees that on radar. Yes, he sees that on radar, moves left. Try to help with this push from Yellow and Red on the left hand side, but Red, seeing that Blue has moved out of the way, is going to be pushing mid as well. They're going to be moving their units to the left to try to distract so Red can come through the mid. Going to be taking down a T2 mech here, Red is. Going to be taking down a T2 mech of Voodoo's. Voodoo may be in some trouble here. He does not have much backup. He has T2 units walking towards him. I believe Team 2 notices that Voodoo is out in the open. Voodoo going to be in some trouble here. I'm not sure he's going to make it out. We do have T3 units coming out now. I'm not sure they're going to get out fast enough. Yes, they do. We have a couple Titans actually in here helping now. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. He is getting overran currently. Not taking that much damage currently, but he is being completely scorned from this attack, and they could do some damage to his base. Blue dropping down into Yellow, but he gets a vet, and I believe he got a vet. And gets some of that health back. But Yellow now moving into his base with some bombers. They're going to be trying to snipe this comp, but it's not going to be doing much damage to him. Red realizing that they are not getting very far against Voodoo's T3 units. Going to be running away now. As Orange also moves in to help. They did not get much done there. I don't think they even killed a mech other than this one that he was going to kill anyways. I believe that was just a mass donation from T2 to T1. Storm Lantern noticing it's a mass donation and blaming his teammate for the push that he also was a part of. Blue out here scooping up this mass now. Throws up a radar and some point defense that he's going to throw up rather quickly. Or no, we're not scooping up this mass yet, actually. Black can got Percy's on ledge. Pink has T3 units out, I believe, from Percy's. While I say there are mongooses, I'm not seeing his Percivals yet. I believe he is just now building them. Wants to drop one of these ledges to try to take control. Not much action going on right now as both teams deciding they're pretty evenly matched, wanting to eco up. I hear some bombers somewhere, but I'm not seeing them. They may have been short-lived and shot down fairly quickly. What is shooting up there? Oh, we have a clink hammer attacking this cliff on the right-hand side. Harassing Kosher over here on his cliff. Not much action really going on right now. Orange moving some Lobos up here to try to deal with some of these edgies that are reclaiming mass. I'm not sure they're able to hit it as it's just too close to that cliff face. Going T3 on the comm over here for Tommy, who also has a T3 land factory as well. Does Red have one? Yes, he does. I believe all players may now be at T3. Not quite. Kosher only just now attempting to go T3. We know Voodoo has a T3 land factory. And it looks like Elias is also still at T2. But it does not matter. Blue has his T3 units over here. A lot of them, actually. That's a lot of Titans. That is about 8 Titans and a Percival on the left here for Voodoo. Moving more in as well. We're loading up this transport with some MGs currently. I know he said, oh, we did have the Percy drop. I missed it. That is my bad, guys. We missed the Percy drop. But Freshy is going to drop some MGs and try to take this cliff now as he wants some extra mass. I believe we have an artillery installation down here somewhere. Yes, we have 3 of them. 3 quick cameras down here from Storm Lancer harassing the left cliff of Elias as well now. We have blocked off the entire midsection with walls now, realizing that they want to be attacking from the sides. We have bombers, just T1, trying to take out these Percys up here on this cliff. They're not doing much damage down, although over time, uncontested, they will get the job done, and they can kill these MGs that Freshy has sent up here, keeping him from building anything. And these T1 bombers now free to just continue harassing these T3 units of Freshy. Completely uncontested. Red now moving his air over to try and stop the bombers from killing T3 units. Those are going to be some hero bombers. They've killed one already. They got the second one. All that's left up here now is a mongoose. They're going to kill this one as well before Red gets his air over here. Well, not before, but they may still get the job done. Yes, they've killed 2 T3 units and a T2 unit on this right cliff. Blue now pushing with his T3 army on the left-hand side, going to be met by a T1 army spam. and T3. Yellow has T3 units of his own. Blue is going to be held off here. I don't think he realized that yellow was at T3. We have a Fat Boy underway. Tommy getting the Fat Boy out. Do we have experimentals anywhere else underway? I'm not seeing any. No, that may be the first experimental of the game. We have moved from the T3 into the T4 phase. Tommy says, I don't want this T3 army. Give me a Fat Boy. Blue retreating all the way back to Orange's base, realizing that that push would have been a mass donation as they were fighting on the doorstep. He may have been able to break through, but his units would not have lived for very long, and yellow and red would have gotten that mass. We have some missile launchers, some flapjacks over here, harassing Orange's base over on the left as well, on the cliff anyways. Pink trying another drop over here. He really wants this cliff face. A trebuchet up here on the cliff. That could put in some damage. If he moves it forward, he could really do some damage to Freshy's base. Another trebuchet dropped up here on this cliff face as well. That will be doing some pretty big damage. This trebuchet is now going to be firing down on this army, I believe, that is sitting here. The first shot, it seems like only just a glancing blow. Is there a trebuchet over here as well shooting? I see something big firing. Let me watch this and see where it's coming from. Right here, yes, we have demolishers over here from Tommy attacking the left cliff face. We are at T3R. We have some T3 already up here as well. Some trebuchets in mid from red going to be shooting and harassing the Team 1 players. We have a megalith on the way from Frozen Bite. Let's take a look at that Fat Boy real quick. It is 75% done, it looks like. It is going to complete before that megalith finishes. We are now moving into the T4 experimental phase of this game. Both teams sitting back and just egoing and harassing each other with T3 already. Looks like we've dropped a brick up here on the right-hand side to try and deal with these Percies that Freshy has dropped. Trying to deal with these trebuchets up here of Koshers. And it looks like he has. I don't see them up here anymore. We're going to be dropping some more. We're dropping a brick up here to help take on this Percival. And we have a trebuchet over here from Freshy. Going to be harassing Kosher on the right cliffside now. Both teams just harassing the cliff faces and harassing from the cliff faces. This is a great game. We have a T3 anti-air unit out here from Gray. Tom's Fat Boy finishes up, and he has a second one queued up on the way. I believe we're going to be building some SAMs first, though. Fat Boy's going to be moving forward. How's that megalith coming along? Well, it's not even 25% done. Maybe 15-20%. This Fat Boy has finished first. I'm not sure how they fare well against each other. Still building T1 bombers. Has anyone gone T3 air? I don't see anything more than T1 land or air factories out from both teams. Is this a T2 air factory? No, it's just T1. Both teams getting stuck in the T1 air phase. Storm harassing this Percival with a T1 bomber that gets shot down by this T3 land or air unit of Frozens. Fat Boy moving to the left side, looking to push on Storm Lantern finishes experimental. We have a Monkey as well for Team 2. Team 1 only working on a Megalith, and it's only halfway done. But it looks like we have 3 teams working on it at once, trying to hurry its production up. Do they know that they are up against experimentals yet? They do now as the Fat Boy begins firing, but I don't think they did before. They have been beaten to the T4 experimental phase, and this game just got so much more interesting. Megalith about 60% done as the Fat Boy moves on the left side of the field. Voodoo, not much to answer. Orange's base sitting quietly. I think he is the bottom man on this team. Voodoo does not have an answer for this Fat Boy. They need to get this Mega up. However, what they don't know is there's a Monkey walking towards the left side as well, and they're going to have to contend with a Monkey and a Fat Boy. Megalith about 80% done now. They are hurrying production up on that to try and contend with this T1 bomber spam in the rear field now. I think they see this drop and they're going to try and stop it as soon as it lands. Oh no, Pink Freshie also had, that's what it was. Purple is on their team. They wanted to snipe that Percy that Freshie had dropped up over there. Voodoo now moving T3 units in to try and test some of the spam and this Fat Boy from Tommy and Storm. Orange leaving his base with his AC, moving it over to Voodoo's, thinking that it is a safer place than his own. The Monkey now walking up to meet with the Fat Boy. The Megalith is done. Just finished. We're going to immediately begin walking that to the left, I believe. We have a Monkey on the way right afterwards. It's just cheaper than the Mega. They're just trying to get experimentals on the field now to try to deal with some of the spam. Yellow Sacket Fat Boy is about done now. T1 not looking in a good position in this T4 experimental phase right now. The Monkey moving forward to laser Elias's base. He is going to put in some work as a Fat Boy sits back and acts as a PD for anything that tries to come anywhere close to that Monkey. He is just going to say, nope, you are eviscerated. Megalith moving mid, trying to walk to the left, but he's not a very fast unit. Tommy's second Fat Boy has now finished as well. Interesting to see if he's going to move that onto the left side or up the right. The Monkey now walking to the base of Elias, going to be wiping out these land factories, I believe. We have 4 T3 land factories. He's going to be targeting them, stopping any T3 land spam that Elias had been thinking of doing. This Megalith still walking to the left. It will get there eventually. The Monkey about 25% of the way done. Fat Boy and Monkey putting in work. Now moving into the base of Voodoo. The Fat Boy attacking the base of Voodoo, destroying everything in its wake. The Megalith now finally coming in. I'm not sure what the range on this thing is. Let me check. Fat Boy just out of range of it, but the span isn't. Where did this second Fat Boy go? It is moving to the left. As well, we have another Fat Boy almost complete here for Team 2. That will be 3 Fat Boys on the field for Team 2. Team 1 definitely not looking in a very good position here. Mega takes down the Fat Boy. They still have this Monkey to contend with, though. trying to T1 snipe it with T1 bombers. The Mega is shielded, now shooting at the Monkey. I believe the Mega is going to beat the Monkey every day of the week, especially when the Mega is shielded. And that Monkey is going to go down. That's going to be a nice mass donation on this left-hand side of the field, actually, if they can get some enemies out. We got a Ravager up here in the back to try and help with this experimental spam. However, the other Fat Boy for Freshie has completed and is now moving up the right-hand side. Voodoo completing a experimental as well. Where is that at? No! Frozen actually gifting the Mega over to Voodoo, realizes that it's on the left-hand side of the field and does not want to try and micro that along with his base, as he is about to finish a Monkey anyways and does not want to micro 2 experimentals probably. There is a Percy in the backfield for Freshie, harassing Team 1 in the back. That is a lot of energy storage. I don't know if it's far enough away that it won't chain react. I'm not sure how close they have to be. But the second Fat Boy for Tom now moving away from the push, and a Fat Boy is underway for Storm as well on the left-hand side. As the Fat Boy from Fresh moves up and harasses the units of Kosher. We now have some NGs out here reclaiming these experimentals. Seems like they wiped out all of Elias's base, but it seems like it was just a mass donation to Voodoo, who is now building another Fat Boy, or no, building a Fat Boy. He got gifted the Mega, my bad. I am sorry about that mix-up. Mega now moving to the right side to try and contend with the Fat Boy of Freshie, not knowing that Yellow has a Fat Boy on the left-hand side. They're going to be left exposed. This Fat Boy putting in work on the base of, I almost said Elias, but it is not Elias, this is Kosher. We have a Monkey now walking towards this Fat Boy. Hoping to contend with it. T3 units and this Monkey now walking towards this Fat Boy, trying to deal with some of the spam and the Fat Boy. Fat Boy shield holding up very nicely to the spam, but not for long, as the Monkey is about to be in range for his laser. And the laser fires and the shield is just draining away. Fat Boy's health is going to be depleted and the Fat Boy goes down. Now you have a Monkey and a Megalith on the right-hand side that Team 2 needs to contend with. They have a Mega of their own, actually, that's going to be moving in to help defend against this Monkey and the other Mega. I don't know how he missed the creation of that Mega, but it is here now. Any other experimentals on the way down here that I'm missing? Where did the Fat Boy of Tom go? It is also moving towards the right. I believe this is a Novax we have almost online for Tom. Looking to possibly harass the bases of Team 1. We still have a Percy in the backfield harassing Team 1. And a second walking through now from Storm. These T3 units and the Monkey now moving into the base of Freshie. Freshie is going to lose his base. We have a Mega versus Mega battle here going on as well. Let me try to get both of these in the picture so we don't miss any of this action. The Fat Boy also attacking the Megalith up here, Voodoo. Freshie going to lose his base to this Monkey, as the Fat Boy Mega are going to focus this Mega of Voodoo's. I believe Stormless Mega is going to die before Voodoo's, but then they are going to be left with a what experimental is finished. We just finished another experimental, I'm not sure where. We almost have a Novax on completion here, but this Monkey is going to destroy it if he targets it. Frozen completing another experimental. This is just an army of experimentals. This is such an exciting game. Oh my gosh. A Fat Boy halfway down over here for Voodoo as well. And Freshie dies in the backfield. We missed it. I assume to this Monkey Lord. We have the Novaks on site from Tom now attacking this monkey, trying to deal with it. As we have a ton of TD spam in the base of Storm, trying to take out this monkey, but it's not putting in much damage. Is Storm going to lose his main base as well? I believe he may. That other experimental that Storm completed was a Fat Boy. The Megalith of Voodoo actually still living, moving away from this Fat Boy. This monkey putting in work. Fat Boy does not seem to be targeting it. It is going to make a free run across the field, possibly into Tom's base now if they don't deal with it, and they've been dealt with it from the second Fat Boy of Storm. Tom's Fat Boy now moving up the right-hand side of the field, trying to chase this Megalith. What an exciting game this is to cast. We have experimentals lying about everywhere. What are we pinging here? We still have a T3 land factory on the right-hand side for Storm. Kosher building an experimental. What has he built? It's another monkey. And we have another Mega on the way as well. Satellite now moving to try and stop Team 1 from collecting this Fat Boy as Yellow moves up and tries to collect that mass. We have two Megaliths now walking down the field. Oh my gosh. Two Megaliths in the Satellite against the Fat Boy and a Monkey Bot, a Monkey Lord as well. We have two Fat Boys. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a great thumbnail right here. 5 experimentals on the screen at once with one's death laying here. 2 Fat Boys against 2 Megaliths. One is very damaged though, and a Monkey Lord. It's going to be interesting to see who wins that battle. Voodoo now finishing another experimental. What have we built? A Fat Boy of his own. So many experimentals in this game. This is great. Monkey taking a lot of fire from that Fat Boy. The Mega is also retreating. I believe this Novax is targeting the weaker Mega, trying to put it out of commission. They need to stop running away from this Fat Boy. They're outranged. They need to just move at it and kill it. Or it's just going to continue to follow you and destroy you. Never mind, it just stopped firing as soon as I said that. He's spamming Novax as if you can afford. Tommy finishing another experimental. Is it a second Novax? No, it is another Fat Boy. That makes 3 or 4 for him this game. Now creating a Quantum Gateway as we want even more eco. The Megalith goes down to a Novax in the rear field. We have another monkey about to come online as well. We're about to have 2 monkeys, a Mega, and almost a second Mega. I think that's about 60% of the way done. To contend with this one single Fat Boy. Voodoo's Fat Boy now moving down the midfield, while the only other experimental land unit for Team 2 is on the right-hand side. Voodoo going to have a free push down the mid, I believe. No, there is another Fat Boy from Tommy who moved it to the mid. Going to be acting as a PD here for a moment as things come in its range. Team 1 now moving their experimentals to deal with this Fat Boy on the right-hand side. Just now getting in range of that Mega to shoot the Fat Boy. Fat Boy shield almost completed. This Fat Boy is going to go down in no time now that it has no shield. And then they're going to have 3 experimentals walking down this side. Fat Boy against Fat Boy in the mid. Tommy's Fat Boy moving to the right to try to contend with the 3 experimentals walking down the field over here. 4 experimentals for Team 1. Now walking down the field against just one Fat Boy from Tommy. This could be it for Team 2 if they cannot capitalize. A T3 already installation on the way. That could put in some damage to the eco of Team 1. But they really need some more experimentals to deal with this experimental spam from Team 1. A second Fat Boy now moving mid to try and help the first Fat Boy deal with these experimentals. Let me get all the experimentals on screen here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 experimentals on my screen currently. 4 of which are Team 1's. Team 1, first Monkey Lord going down. Fat Boy from Tommy almost dead as the Fat Boy from Voodoo moves mid. Fat Boy down for Tom. He only has one left. This is the only experimental left on the field now as Storm dies in the base of Tom. Tommy, his base being destroyed by this monkey. He is being gifted everything, but I think the game is over at this point. It is a 1v3, and you only have one experimental on the field against a monkey and another Fat Boy. The monkey goes down. Now it's just Fat Boy against Fat Boy, it looks like. But Team 1 moving their land spam in to deal with all this eco on the right-hand side. There's actually a Mega still over here that I've missed. The Mega not dead yet, still dealing damage to the right-hand side of Team 2's infrastructure. We have another Fat Boy on the way over to the right, but its shield is turned off, it seems. I'm not sure why. He may be stalling E here. Yes. We're going to try to move this under other shield coverage. We have Landspan against a Fat Boy. Voodoo's Fat Boy moving down the midfield again to try and help his Landspan deal with these Fat Boys from Tommy. Tommy saying, nah, it's over. Cybern shields are weaker. Realizes that he has moved this Fat Boy underneath a Cybern shield, I believe. I'm not sure if that's a Cybern shield or not. I don't know the difference in the looks yet. The Mega from Frozen now moving to the left to try and help the Fat Boy of Voodoo destroy Tommy. Tommy sitting back in his base trying to get this T3 already up. The Fat Boy now moving away, realizing that it is losing a lot of health to the spam of Tommy and the Fat Boys. One of these Fat Boys not sitting under shield coverage is going to be a target. He is going to go down very quickly here, probably, once they notice that he is not shielded. Voodoo now moving forward with 2 Fat Boys. A third on the way just began. The Novak still over here trying to harass, but not getting much done. 2 more Megaliths on the way over here for Team 1 as well, just in case this push does not work. Two Fat Boys moving further back into this base, realizing that there's now 2 Megaliths up here actually walking into Tommy's base. I missed the other one. The Novak's going to go down. The T3 already about to come online, but it's going to be too late. Oh my gosh, this is absurd. 5 experimentals on my screen now. 1 Megalith. No, I thought it was going down. It's not. It's just being hellfired by these Fat Boys. Both Fat Boys go down, and this is going to be the end for Tommy. He already just finished. It goes online and then immediately dies. Tommy now going to die to these 2 Megaliths as he's just standing still, and that's going to be it. The game is over. We throw out the GGs, and that is it. You can't deal with 2 Megas and 2 Fat Boys. You just can't. And you definitely can't do it if all you have is 2 Fat Boys and one of them doesn't even have a shield. That was one heck of a game, guys. That was exciting to watch. I'm sure you guys are going to love that one, as I did as well. If you guys did love it, go ahead and like below. And if you want to see more content like this, I believe I may start doing this every day, if not every other day. So go ahead and subscribe if you would like to see this on the daily. That's going to be it for this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Join my Discord. It will be linked below as well. You will be able to submit replays to me for casting there. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a beautiful, blessed day.